And we are 2 minutes from the tip-off of Game 3 of Day 2 of the 2019 Jackson Purchase Jam. Live from the Eagles Nest. That's the gym at Graves County High School in Mayfield, Kentucky. And this game, and the next game is Oldsmar Christian out of California taking on Spire Academy out of Ohio. This ought to be an interesting matchup. Oldsmar Christian has got to try to stay close as long as possible because as we keep commenting about Spire, they are explosive. And when they get you down, the hole gets deeper and deeper really quick. They're probably the most athletic team in the country. They are tenacious offensively, and they have LaMelo Ball, one of the best outside shooters in the country. When he gets going, you can really have some problems. So, projected starters for Oldsmar Christian, the home team on the scoreboard. 0, Sean Asias. 2, Braxton Bartlett. 5, Jadrian Tracy, who came off the bench yesterday. 13, Francis Estrella. And 20, Jalal Williams. Starting for Spire Academy, 0, Rocket Watts. 3, Terry Lockett. 16, Myron Gardner. 22, Isaiah Jackson. And 24, LaMelo Ball. Yes, you heard that right. 24, LaMelo Ball. Unfortunately, Spire Academy has had a problem with a rash of thefts of jerseys, and apparently that problem has continued on this trip. And so LaMelo Ball will be number 24, Myron Gardner number 16, and Josephat Bilal coming off the bench will be once again number 21. All right, so we've got a few seconds left before tip, so we will take you to public announce for the official announcement of the starting lineups. All right, so we are almost ready for this matchup. Spire Academy versus Oldsmar Christian. I'll be joined on color for this game by Cullen Kreider. My name is Leroy Watson on play-by-play. And Cullen, you know, we've got to wonder how long is Oldsmar going to be able to stay in this thing and keep it close. This has the potential of getting ugly if we're not careful.
Yeah, and you know that's more credit to Spire than it is a knock against Oldsmar. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the country with the most talent assembled in the country.
Myron Gardner misses a 3. Isaiah Jackson, offensive rebound. He can't get it in. Gardner tried. Well, he got another offensive rebound and then lost it out of bounds.
And I tell you what, watching Jackson, and you know, I've got a chance to watch him probably 4 or 5 games now, and a lot of times he may get overshadowed at least by the hype or the attention around LaMelo Ball. But Isaiah Jackson, he is an incredible talent. He is he's a head at the rim guy. I mean, he literally his head is at the rim when he's jumping.
Yes.
You can't say that for too many players, and when you've got that type of athleticism, I mean, that's what makes him completely elite.
That's why he's in the Team USA program.
Exactly. He's a 5-star prospect. Not committed yet, but he will go wherever he wants to go.
Exactly. Jalal Williams with the first basket of the game. Trey ball is good. Rocket Watts.
And give assist to LaMelo. LaMelo quickly gets him the ball. And that's what I'm so impressed with by LaMelo Ball is his passing, but the timing of his
Myron
passes.
Gardner with the steal. Rocket Watts, Trey ball, no good. Rebound, Braxton Bartlett.
One more. X out, here we go, X out, go Bam. Baseline Bam, you flash. Look at him.
3-2 Spire, it's early. 3 ball, no good. Francis Estrella, Myron Gardner. And Estrella should have just let that go.
Well, that shows you how strong that Gardner is as well. You talk about a head at the rim guy. There's another one on the team as well, Gardner.
And
pound for pound, maybe the best athlete on the team. But
yes,
again,
I would definitely agree with that
it's
assessment.
hard for me to say that when I see
Isaiah Jackson I know.
Soaring through the air, man. But again, perfect pass by LaMelo Ball. Don't forget accuracy of passes as well. And that was a Tom Brady-looking pass right there that I'll say on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, Isaiah Jackson with the spin in the lane in traffic.
To complete that move without traveling.
Woo. That's incredible for a guy that size. Jadrian Tracy in the starting lineup today. He led Oldsmar in scoring yesterday off the bench.
Oh, he's tough.
And we were wondering why he didn't start. We don't know if he's going to start forever, but he sure did start today. And after yesterday's performance, you almost have to reward the kid with the starting spot. Jalal Williams.
Nice left hand from Williams.
8-6 Aspire in the early going. LaMelo Ball, Trey ball, no good. Rebound Francis Estrella for Oldsmar.
Bartlett with a good closeout on LaMelo Ball. Cross-court
pass to Braxton Bartlett. Floater over Isaiah Jackson, no good. Offensive rebound Bartlett, blocked by Myron Gardner.
And you will definitely see Myron Gardner on a Division I team
here
in the next couple years. He's, I would say, at least a 4-star talent.
Trey ball is good. Braxton Bartlett and Oldsmar in the lead, 9-8.
You know your team is loaded when a 4-star talent gets overlooked.
Yes.
Right?
When he's no better than 4th best on your team. No better than 4th best.
Good defense.
Basket is good. Sean Isaias. LaMelo Ball floats it in. A floater is tough from 3 feet away. When you float one from 18 feet away, that is incredibly difficult.
He did like the Pistol Pete off the 1-foot shot right there as well.
Good point. Isaiah Jackson with a rebound. No, not at all. And that's a name you bring up. He has a lot of Pistol Pete in him.
Oh, he does, absolutely.
With his flair for the dramatic, from the passes from all angles.
Yep.
Glad you bring that name up. LaMelo Ball, Pistol Pete. Not a bad comparison at all.
No, not at all.
No-look pass by Jalal Williams.
I believe Pistol Pete was, well, I don't need to say that because I'm not for sure, but I was going to say, was he not the all-time leading scorer in college or no?
I know he has the single,
average.
yes, by average, that is correct. And it's not particularly close either.
It was something like 44 points a game.
He did average 44 points a game. I can't remember if that was his career or if that was a season.
Phone, but I'm just trying to go off the top of my head.
If you're like me, your phone is getting terrible reception. I haven't been on the internet all weekend.
Right.
13-10, Oldsmar in the lead. Myron Gardner, no good offensive rebound, Gardner, but he is fouled.
Now let's talk about something here that'll never show up in a stat sheet because it's not a stat. But just on that particular play right there, Rocket Watts from the far wing throws up top to Gardner. what LaMelo Ball, his awareness, okay, what he saw was he thought that the pass may be a little too high or too long. He backs up just like an outfielder or whatever in baseball, backs up Myron Gardner to make sure that the ball doesn't go out of bounds, even though Gardner still caught it. But just the awareness and the whereabout to have, that in your mind as a player, his basketball IQ is top, elite level.
Trey no good. Francis Estrella. Myron Gardner with another rebound. Poked away from behind by Jalal Williams. Williams.
Yeah.
And goaltending. Jalal Williams is quietly having a really solid start to this game.
What about the steps he takes there to get there? Those were some long strides that he had to complete to get to that ball. So what an athlete he is as well.
Isaiah Jackson, no good. Rebound. Oldsmar is secured by Anthony Bitar. Braxton Bartlett for three. 18-12. Oldsmar Christian on top. Three ball is good. Was that LaMelo?
No, that was Rocket.
That was Rocket. Okay.
Tom Izzo will be happy to have him on campus next year.
Yes, he will. And foul. Myron Gardner charged with his first foul. Team second.
I don't know how this makes any sense, but Rocket Watts just looks like a Michigan State guard. He just looks like a Spartan.
He does. I definitely agree with that.
Again, I don't know why, but you can just see him playing for Tom Izzo. Nice.
Isaiah Jackson. Offensive rebound and dunks. Wow.
He doesn't even flinch, He just runs back to the other end.
Stolen by LaMelo. He gave it to Rocket. Rocket gave it back. LaMelo with the layup.
And, that's something. LaMelo, he doesn't miss those shots. You see guys, especially in these type of games, they get up and down and they miss those shots. LaMelo doesn't miss those.
He tried to pass ahead to Rocket Watts. Stolen by Sean Esias. Braxton Bartlett to Esias. Esias, 18-footer, no good off the glass.
Shoot the first one.
Yep, exactly. That's echoing from the bench here. Shoot the first one. It's hard to explain, but you just have to take that shot because it's your guys on the offense. They're in the spot they need to be for that shot. Instead, now you take a dribble, pretty much waste a dribble, and now Spire has time to recover and get back that defensive rebounding position.
And they recover quicker than anybody else in the country. Anthony Bitar lays it in.
Yeah, nice floater by Bitar. Good penetration. Nice.
LaMelo with the drop off. Isaiah Jackson gets hung on the rim. Jalal Williams to Jadrian Tracy, and he hung on to the net. He tried to tip it in, so no, that's basket interference. 30-second timeout, Oldsmar Christian. 9:21 left to go in the first half. Our score is Oldsmar 20, Spire Academy 19.
And that was an interesting play there because it wasn't basket interference as far as the tip goes, but it was just because he was still hanging on with the other hand.
Yeah, into the net.
If he lets go there and tips,
it would
have been okay.
But, of course, if he hadn't hung onto the net, he wouldn't have been in position for the tip.
Right.
So I'm assuming to call it's basket interference. I don't know what they officially call it. Yeah. Oldsmar is sticking with Spire.
I wanted to see him complete it because it was
it
would have been a cool play.
It would have. But the circus around Spire continues. They have the Ball is it Ball and family? Yeah, Ball and family.
I haven't signed my waiver today, so.
Yeah, well, they grandfathered us in from yesterday, I think. But just imagine what it's like trying to play basketball, and every time you turn around, there's a camera and a microphone shoved around you somewhere.
Even when you're taping your finger pre-game.
Woo! Rocket Watts with his third three of the day. 22-20. Spire in the lead.
Wow.
Mellow ball. He's got the most incredible hands. What a steal he just made.
Going to have an intentional
foul. Anthony Bitar
So Rocket Watts will go to the line for intentional.
for 2. All right, so that's the first foul on Anthony Bitar, and intentional. Rocket Watts with 2 free throws. David Minaya is trying to plead his case that he doesn't know what's intentional about that, but I mean, Cullen, from where I'm sitting, that was an easy call.
It was the right call, yeah.
He wrapped him up. And I don't think there's anything else to say. Ref has said that to him twice. Hey, he wrapped him up.
Well, and I think the misconception that Coach Minaya has is that, well, he didn't hurt him. You know, that's kind of what he's saying right now. But that's
a flagrant foul, which is an entirely different classification.
Yeah, but that's, you know, that really doesn't have anything to do. It's
right, exactly.
It's the principle, you know.
Yeah.
Of what he.
Oh, Isaiah Jackson honestly didn't see the pass, I don't think. LaMelo with the block, and Jalal Williams, the emphatic.
Williams
jam.
is working his tail off right now, and you'd love to see that out of this kid. Man.
Rocket Watts with his 4th three. Rocket Watts with 14 points.
Yeah, Rocket Watts
in 7.5 minutes.
He's not having it today. He's not going to allow Oldsmar to, you know, take his flame right now. He is on fire, and that's what's scary about a guard like him, because not only is he obviously a great ball handler, runs the offense, very quick, but when a kid like Rocket Watts can also shoot it, now he becomes unstoppable.
Myron Gardner.
And Myron Gardner continues to impress every time we watch him play. He's just like kind of that unsung double-double. You know what I mean? Like he just
absolutely.
He's that guy for sure.
I would say, and you have to take LaMelo out of the equation for what I'm about to say, but my favorite player to watch on that team is Myron Gardner. Now, again, you got to take LaMelo out of that equation. Right. I mean, he's my favorite player in the country to watch.
I'm going to look him up. I want to see what his ranking is, because I want to see what my eye tells me. Oh, wow.
What a block by Isaiah Jackson.
But what a shot, what a maneuver by Bitar as well to even get that ball up.
Jackson called for his 2nd foul. Team 3rd. Bitar to the line. He will shoot 2. First free throw is good. (30-23). Spire on top. We're halfway through the first half.
And as I thought, I thought this because I don't know why, but maybe because he's not the best shooter or anything, but Myron Gardner is a 3-star recruit. I think that'll probably go up to a 4-star recruit once it's seen how athletic this kid is. And probably the only reason that he's a 3-star recruit is because he's only 6'6". I say only 6'6", but, you know, at the college level, when they put him at the forward spot, you know, they may be considering him a little bit undersized.
Right.
But he makes up for his quote-unquote lack of size with his athletic ability. It's incredible. Wow.
Isaiah Jackson on the baseline. That foul committed by Jalal Williams. That is his 2nd, team 5th. And Jackson misses the first. 7:32 to go in the first half. Spire up by 6, 30-24. And Jackson misses both. Reverse layup is blocked by Isaiah Jackson. But then we have a travel on Spire, and the basketball will go back to Oldsmar Christian.
Here's some schools for you, Leroy, from Myron Gardner. If this gives you any indication, Georgetown, Missouri, Xavier, Cincinnati, you know, that's the level of player that we're looking at. And like you said, who's the third or fourth option on Spire's team.
Jalal Williams, basket is good. He is fouled by Isaiah Jackson. That is the third foul on Jackson. And Jalal misses the free throw. Jackson with the rebound. Myron Gardner slices through the defense and lays it in. Myron Gardner with, let's see, I've got 9, but the scoreboard says 10. What a block by Gardner.
I know it's your fault. Hey, big twist. Come on, Bill, drop. There you go, boy.
High off the glass, it's good. Ray Robinson. 32-28, Spire on top of Oldsmar Christian. Stolen away by Anthony Bitar.
There we go.
Free throw, well, elbow jumper. No good by Braylon McIntyre. Here comes Spire the other way. LaMelo Ball into the lane. He goes straight to the rim, and he scores it. Short. Bitar, no good. Isaiah Jackson with the rebound.
3-on-1.
LaMelo.
Very nice.
That was too easy. Terry Lockett with the finish. And we've got a 30-second timeout on the floor with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. It's Spire 36, Oldsmar 28. And Colin,
it's a good timeout.
Very good timeout.
Because here we go. We've talked about this before. Again, the danger zone area.
Yes.
You know, and they've got the lead back out to 8. You kind of have that feeling of that 8-point lead could jump out to 18
really
in a
quickly.
couple minutes. So good timeout by Coach Minaya. Try to stop the bleeding here. Yeah, I know this is like beating a dead horse, but LaMelo Ball's instincts, his basketball IQ, and stuff that, you know, let's be honest, that if you just have watched YouTube on him over the last couple years, he may not get credit for, because on YouTube and you know, it makes it look like, well, all he does is shoot and all this kind of stuff. I'm here to tell you, and anybody that's watched him play would know that that's not the truth. He's probably the best passer. He's the best passer I've seen this year, and probably the best guard in his class.
Oldsmar staying in this thing. Tray ball by Ray Robinson. And now floater in the lane, Rocket Watts. 38-31. Spire leads by 7.
Attack here. Still middle. Get out, Braylon.
Jadrian Tracy. No good. Offensive rebound by Tracy, and he gets fouled. If that's Isaiah Jackson, that's 4.
And Jackson was in foul trouble yesterday as well.
And he was in foul trouble at Mustang Madness. There's been a continuing theme with Isaiah Jackson. So it is indeed his 4th, team 6th.
I do think that is more of Jackson. I think he takes every opportunity that he has when he comes out to play, just to play as hard as he can. You know, he knows that he's on a very good team, so they could possibly win without him, you know, in certain matchups. And so I think he just goes out and he plays as hard as he can, regardless of what the situation is. And, of course, in college, that'll change and he'll adjust.
And yesterday when he picked up his 5th foul, Coach Jackson was about to pull him out, but then he was reminded it was 6 fouls for disqualification. He left him in.
Right.
Woo!
And before McCaskill made that block there, which is he's credited with goaltend there, but I was going to mention him that he just came onto the floor and he played excellent yesterday in the matchup with Bella Vista. He was a very bright spot in the second half for Spire.
And he's a Division I athlete.
I told him that after
committed
the game
to
too,
Florida Atlantic.
Oh, okay, great. And so I told, a lot of these kids kind of get overlooked a little bit as far as just all the attention that, Ball and the family and everything has. So I made it a point to tell him, great job, and that I really respected the way he played.
Jadrian Tracy, 4-3.
And look at the score, Leroy.
I see it.
2-point game.
38-36. And we go back to that timeout. That timeout was so smart. Oh, Isaiah Jackson almost picked up his 5th foul right there.
On the break.
Ray Robinson.
Good defense.
Wonderful defense by LaMelo Ball, who gets the rebound. He's looking. Oh, what a slick pass to Carrington.
Defensive play.
Woo! Brilliant defensive play by Braylon McIntyre. Jadrian Tracy, he drives baseline.
It was Jalal Williams with the block, I believe, on the other end.
And Ray Robinson for 3. And looky here, Oldsmar is in the lead, 39-38.
You can't look down at anything right now. You'll miss something. And LaMelo with a deep 3. They get to keep the possession with the out of bounds here. But this is awesome.
Yes.
I got to be honest. It's not something that I necessarily expected.
No, I definitely didn't expect it. But, that's the beauty of the grind session.
Absolutely.
These teams are extremely talented.
Now, you got to close out there, but he's off for right now.
And anybody in the grind session can beat anybody else on any given day. LaMelo Ball in the lane, no good, but he's fouled.
He gives you no choice. He gives you no choice but to foul him. And that is also a skill. That's also part of his very high IQ. He gets to the body of the defender and really leaves him no choice.
And Ball ties it back up, 39 apiece. One more free throw coming. He misses the second. Rebound, Braylon McIntyre. Stolen. Peter Filipovity. Rocket Watts, no good. Offensive rebound, LaMelo Ball. Shot no good, Carrington McCaskill, Peter Filipovity, and he is fouled. That foul committed by Braylon McIntyre, his first team 7th.
Spire is really starting to assert themselves on the offensive glass. Extra possessions will kill you.
Yes.
And,
the margin of error is so thin against a team like Spire to begin with. You just have to work harder and get more of those rebounds.
And especially when you're at a size disadvantage. I mean, Spire clearly has the size advantage over Oldsmar.
41-39, Spire in the lead. Foul committed by Peter Filipovity.
Filipovity gets the bad end of that. Those are always difficult because you get a foul called on you, which it was the correct call, but he also got busted in the mouth.
Yep.
And so that's just a double whammy for the defensive player. I hate when I'm calling games when I have to do that to a kid. I usually ref kids' games, but when the kid, takes one to the chin or something like that, but it was also a foul on them, it's a difficult call to make, but
hey,
has to be done.
It's according to the rules. And nearly stolen by Oldsmar. Spire will get the basketball back on the baseline. LaMelo Ball will trigger to Rocket Watts. Basket good. Andre Polk.
Hey, and that's a man's work right there. He really did a number on Oldsmar. Oh. Yeah, all right. Surprise, surprise, we got it in our laps again. That's what stopped me mid-sentence, but just a good job there by Braylon McIntyre, or excuse me,
Andre Polk.
Andre Polk, yeah.
Right.
McIntyre's on Oldsmar, but.
Free throw, no good by Polk. We're going the other way. Almost stolen there by LaMelo Ball.
He's by himself.
And he almost lands in his father's lap. Jalal Williams, offensive rebound and put back.
He's been huge here in this first half.
14 points.
Wow.
And let's see, 7 rebounds.
He has been the difference
Yes.
for Oldsmar, for sure.
No question. Jalal Williams, Jadrian Tracy knocked that ball out of bounds.
Listen to Oldsmar. They talk
Yes.
defensively, and that's such an underrated, or something that's really not talked about very much on any kind of broadcast or anything. But man, they talk defensively, and communicating on the defensive end is probably the most important aspect of the defense. Obviously, besides just getting your butt down and strapping up and playing defense, but you have to communicate. You have to know where screens are coming from. You have to know where your help is, and they do a good job of communicating with each other from the bench and on the floor.
So Peter Filippovity made his first 2 free throws. He missed his third, and now he makes his fourth. 3 out of 4 from the line. Spire leads by 2, just under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Stay middle. There you go.
Shot no good, Sean Isaias.
Casco gets called for a walk there.
So 1:32 left in the first half. It is Spire 44, Oldsmar Christian 42.
Hey, rebound. There you go, baby. Let's go.
Trey ball is good. Braxton Bartlett.
Bartlett's gotten off to a hot start as well. It's 9 for him.
And Oldsmar back on top, 45-44. Stolen, Jalal Williams.
Oh, wow.
Jalal Williams with 16.
He gets 2 offensive rebounds on that play and the tip in.
Melo, no good. 50 seconds left in the first half.
It's a big possession here
It is huge.
because they can run it down to about 20 seconds. Cool.
28 seconds left.
5, 4,
Shot.
Good shot. Rebound now.
I was just about to say, if you get an offensive rebound, it's really huge. Oh, man, yeah. I was going to say one shot, just like the bench is saying over here. One
sure.
shot. You got to limit the possessions for Spire. Shoot it. At that time, I know you do. You want to get the clock down as far down as possible.
Right.
But with Bartlett there on the catch. I think it was Bartlett. It was, yes. I would have rather seen him put that up. It was the better look.
Right.
It was 1-2 extra of a pass, and now you get another block.
Well, an extremely entertaining and surprising first half, and it concludes with Oldsmar leading Spire 47-44.
I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't shocked. So, you know, just
Makes
being
two of us.
honest. Yeah.
Makes two of us.
But long game to go. Spire
Yeah.
could still win the game by 20 plus. Not to say that that'll happen because Oldsmar has played brilliantly.
They've been very solid.
Very aggressively and very, you know, they're playing with a lot of energy, and that's what you love to see. I'm just now watching Jalal Williams clapping as he goes into the locker room. He's been the MVP of the game so far, and so you love to see that out of these young kids.
So we'll take a timeout at day 2 of the 2019 Jackson Purchase Jam live from Graves County High School in Mayfield, Kentucky. This is the Grind Session event brought to you by Tanager Sports. I'm Leroy Watson, joined by Color by Cullen Kreider, and we will be back in about 4.5 minutes. just under 3 minutes to go, and the clock has stopped. Don't know if they're going to reset it or what, but we're going to go ahead and get you ready for the second half of Oldsmar Christian versus Spire Academy. And so far, Oldsmar Christian is shocking all of us. They lead this 47-44, but a cautionary tale here, Colin. Yesterday, Bella Vista led Spire 47-44 at the half. So, not saying that the same thing is going to happen again, but you can't read too much into your first half score.
Yeah,
you just can't.
You're just saying that Spire has the ability to still blow someone out. Clearly, it's a close game, so I mean, we'll see what happens. But they've got a lot of firepower, and you know what that can result into.
But
give credit to Oldsmar again.
Yes,
for really bringing the fight here in the first half. I think it caught Spire off guard as well. I don't think we're the only ones that are a little shocked.
No. Jalal Williams led the way, 14 first half points for Oldsmar.
He's a stud, man.
Yes.
We looked him. I looked him up, and I'll tell you what. I'm looking at him right in front of me now, and listed him at 6'8", 175. I'm starting to actually think that may be more accurate than I thought. But whether he's 175 or 275, the kid, he plays with a lot of heart, and so he's giving it everything he's got, and he's bringing the fight to the bigs of Spire, who are rated higher prospects than he is. He's got a college offer from Texas A&M Commerce.
So Jalal Williams is really having an impressive first half, and he's going to have to keep that up. That's the key.
Oh, yeah.
If this team is going to stay on even terms with Spire, Jalal Williams is going to have to keep leading the way. And someone who's going to have to step up big for them will be Jadrian Tracy, who led them in scoring yesterday